What is up, everybody? Bastmouth here. Halo Infinite Season 2 just released, and I have to say, I am not overall thrilled with the update, but also, I will say there's some silver lining, as for fans who want the Battle Royale, I think one of the new game modes that they just added is sort of a test for them to seeing as a prelude to maybe a Battle Royale in the future. But I will be going over some of the changes they made today. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, like and subscribe if you want to see more Halo content from me. Actual game fixes. This is by no means everything, and you can find additional insights from the team in each of the sections below, but we want to list some of the outcomes we think you'd like to see up front that are already locked and loaded for next month as we work in numerous other areas. So this was released, I think a while ago, and this is what they're claiming to have fixed. The ability to hear opponents' shields recharge sound will be reduced to prevent providing too much information about a player's location. The volume of the grunt birthday party sound effect will be increased in campaign. Multiplayer, arena, catalyst, new map will be added. King of the Hill, attrition will be added to multiple playlists. An attrition or revive player will be able to move immediately after spawning back in. Motion tracker radar will have its outer edge detection enabled for shooting and sprinting in social playlists. Interesting. Big team battle. Breaker will be added to matchmaking on day one. Jeff Steitzer's... Oh, I guess Breaker is a BTB map, so that makes sense why I got those vibes from it. Voice is returning to call out player-earned medals. Issue causing asymmetrical weapon rack spawns has been addressed. Wow, I'm glad they fixed that one. Matchmaking... Rather than track a player's... I mean, that is important, but matchmaking, rather than track a player's entire session, the CSR progression bar will now reflect the progress made from their most recent match. Okay, that's good. That's the only matchmaking change. Custom games and Forge. Addressing some custom games bugs with more coming down the road. Balance adjustments were made to emphasize what's most important for players. PC noticeable stability improvements. The team has resolved dozens of PC crashes. Sandbox networking melee fights should be more consistent, with opponents phasing through each other less and whiffing less when a melee should have connected. That's good. I'm very glad to see this. I have a lot of clips of this. I'm sure you guys do as well. I'm glad. Hopefully that is really fixed. Weapons, a global melee damage decrease of 10% on all weapons will require the Mangler to land 2 shots and to beat down for a kill. So the Mangler has finally been nerfed. The reign of terror of the Mangler is over. I mean, it was slightly overpowered. I personally didn't think it was that crazy if you knew how to deal with it. But in certain situations and areas, yes, it can be overpowered, especially if the person is playing well with their team. The Ravager's base non-charge shot will see a damage increase. Okay, that weapon might not be totally useless now. Friend or foe, IFF recognition, player outlines. The system will now have options allowing players to modify the opacity and thickness based on their preferences. That's nice. Equipment drop wall. So if you like a more immersive theme, I guess the outlines are a little off-putting to people who like to make the game seem more real. Drop wall will see slight performance increases. Overshield will provide slightly more shielding. Wow, okay, so Overshield is going to get a buff here, and drop wall will, I guess, also receive a buff. Vehicles, chopper collision, splatter damage will be increased to its vehicle splattering glory. Banshee's agility and damage output will be increased to improve its role as a strike fighter. Warthog and Razorback should be more consistent, more resistant to flipping and bouncing. And then we'll have other outcomes blog focusing on the live teams areas, such as customization, blah, 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 blah. Here we have, I'm not going to read all this. If you want, you can pause the video and read this if you would like. We're not going to watch the trailer. You can watch these if you want. We're going to go over, obviously, customization first. Season 2 brings 2 free new armor cores to Halo Infinite for players to customize their Spartans, Rakshasa and Eagle Strike. Here you can see both of them. Wow, how exciting that is the first thing that they lead with this heavily coveted Season 2 update that's had, you know, Battle Royale and infection rumors surrounding it. And yeah, that's what you want to lead with here is the 2 new armor cores. And now we move on to the maps. 2 new maps. I was hoping maybe for at least 5 new maps, given all of the time that they had to produce new content for the game. I understand that they needed to fix a lot of things because of the rushed release, but I was hoping for more than 2 new maps. I'm not going to play this whole trailer for you, but in a nutshell, Catalyst looks okay. Breaker is a little boring and dull, and also kind of gives me a little bit of remember that map I never played after Behemoth. It gives me some Behemoth vibes to it. I haven't played on it yet, so I don't know, but I'm not liking that map too much. Here, you can pause if you want to read these little map descriptions here. Now we can move on to modes, and here's where it really gets upsetting. And we're going to go in game and look at all this too in a second. We have King of the Hill. The return of King of the Hill. The king returns with an iteration of iconic King of the Hill. It's King of the Hill. I'm happy to see King of the Hill here. It is a staple game mode. Actually, this is a good one to lead with for the game modes. Here we actually have an interesting one. Land Grab. Divide the enemy, conquer the zone. Land Grab comes to Halo Infinite during the Fracture Enchanted event and will remain available throughout Season 2. In this new objective-based arena mode, both teams fight and control over 3 neutral zones. Players score 1 point for each successful capture and will trigger intermission after the successful capture of all 3 zones. After intermission, new neutral zones become available for capture, and the first team to score 11 points wins. This actually sounds pretty interesting, but as you see, if we go in-game here, we do not have Land Grab available to us. This is as of the release like 5 minutes ago. Next, we have Last Spartan Standing. It's Last Man Standing. But there's, a few, I guess, unique mechanics about it. 12 Spartans spawn individually on Breaker with a predetermined loadout and 5 respawns. All 12 players will fight for survival, accumulating personal score to power their loadout. As the match progresses, players that run out of respawns will be eliminated as the play space encloses until only one lone wolf is left standing. After the interference event concludes, Last Spartan Standing will remain playable for the entire season and will expand to being playable on other BTB maps too. Okay. So this is essentially, to me, I'm interpreting this as a test for Battle Royale, to see if how people like the concept and how the concept will play out on a smaller scale environment. So this is actually exciting for a lot of the people who are excited to see a Battle Royale introduced into Halo, maybe. I would also be excited for that too. I'm not opposed to having a Battle Royale in Halo Infinite. Seasonal story and events. As Halo Infinite continues to evolve, so too will the events that arrive each season. For the moment you jump into Season 2, you'll be taking the next step in your multiplayer Spartan's journey. Interference Alpha Pack. Essentially, Alpha Pack events continue what began in Season 1 with our introduction to Spartan Commander Agrina, putting your customized multiplayer Spartan into the story. Okay, so this is cool. You can put your custom Spartan into the story. You can read the rest of this if you want. I'm going to skip over this for now. So Fracture Entrenched is the second Fracture-themed event to come to Halo Infinite and kicks off on May 24th. So that's, I assume, when that land grab game mode is going to be introduced. The free Fracture Entrenched event pass offers players 30 Eagle Strike focus rewards, including the armor core itself. Yay, more customization. Battle Pass. The Season 2 Premium Battle Pass brings 100 tiers of new rewards for you to unlock, including 1,000 Halo credits that can be spent in the shop. Play matches, earn XP, and unlock Lone Wolf-themed rewards at your own pace. Among the many rewards that you'll be unlocking as you progress through the Battle Pass, let's take a closer look at a few of them. You can read this if you want. I don't care about Battle Pass stuff. Here it is, if you want to pause it. Oh, here's some good stuff. The Academy. The Academy is where not only have we made improvements to bots around vehicle and objective play, but in Season 2 you can look forward to new training mode options to further customize how your practice matches play, giving you more granular control than ever. Training mode options, primary weapon, secondary weapon, grenade primary, grenade secondary, equipment, yada yada, you get the deal. wow, you think they could have made some more improvements to the actual game modes or some developments in some actual game modes instead of focusing on this. I don't know who was asking for this. I mean, it's good, it's not bad, but it seems to me like this is a massive section and could have just been, you know, maybe reduce the amount of manpower going into this, maybe reduce the amount of effort putting into this and put it more into developing new things for the game. But what do I know? I'm not a game developer. Playlist updates. Here we have the new playlist: Last Spartan Standing, Quick Play, Ranked, Fiesta, Tactical Slayer, Team Slayer, King of the Hill, Rumble Pit. And Rumble Pit is just essentially FFA with a couple extra modes. Some of them are cool. We'll take a look at those. Big Team Battle and Bot Boot Camp. The Rumble Pit playlist will be replacing FFA Slayer. The reason for this is because Rumble Pit incorporates more game modes and variants. You get the idea. Ninja Slayer, infinite ammo, energy swords, and grapple shot loadouts with only grapple shot and power equipment on map. Claim the high ground, but don't underestimate your enemy's power. In Vampire Ball, this is the oddball mode. The skull is a one-hit kill and has 50% shield vampirism. Score a kill with the skull at full shields. Start building up that overshield. Cool. Rocket Repulsor, infinite ammo, rocket launchers, repulsor loadouts with only... That's kind of cool. I'm kind of excited to play that one. Limited time rewards. If you care about this stuff, you can pause. Ultimate rewards in shop. Again, if you care about this stuff, you can pause. Cool new armor sets. Not really. I don't think those look that cool, honestly. They look kind of like toys. They look kind of like action figures. I mean, that's kind of a weak argument because a lot of, you know, of these items are made into action figures, I guess. But again, that's pretty much it. We can hop in game here and see that essentially there's only Rumble Pit and King of the Hill and Last Spartan Standing, excuse me, that are new additions, if you even count Rumble Pit, which I guess has a few new creative game modes. So yeah, I'll count it. 3 new additions, none of which are what was being hyped up to be. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty disappointed by the fact that there was almost no new content. There was only 2 new maps. I guess 3 new game modes, technically. One of which is exciting because it could be prelude to a potential battle royale in the future. But overall, I have to say I am disappointed. Besides the actual gameplay changes that they made, which hopefully we will actually see in action when we play the game.